Hello dear learners, Dr. N Waghmare welcomes all of you on this video on Precis Writing. Summarizing is a skill and to present your idea in minimum words, that is more important in today's busy world. But summary and Precis, these two are different things. And today we are going to learn how to do a Precis of a particular paragraph. The learning outcome of this session is, at the end of this session, students will be able to understand the techniques of effective Precis writing. Let us learn what are the qualities of effective Precis writing. You should provide an appropriate title for the given information or the text. Title should be related to the main idea of that particular paragraph. Title should be brief, attractive, and in catchy words. Write a Precis of the given text in as few words as possible. Skimming, it means reading the text quickly to identify the main idea or the theme of the text. You should focus on the central idea of that particular paragraph. Scanning. Look at all parts of the text carefully for the details. After scanning, please differentiate between main ideas and the supporting details. Here, we are going to focus on the main ideas and try to avoid the supporting details. Sift through the given material to identify the most important details. In the simple words, Precis writing means a shortening of a text. The word Precis is derived from the French word précis and the meaning is precise. It means that a Precis should be accurate. Precis gives an accurate and concise description of the substance or the main idea contained in the text without losing its meaning. It is an exact reproduction of the logic, organization, and emphasis of the original text. Precis writing is a very useful exercise. It develops our capacity to discriminate between the essential and the non-essential. At the same time, it teaches us to present your message with an economy of the words. While writing a Precis, we have to choose our words carefully and construct the sentences in a concise manner. Let me ask you one question. Are there any differences between Precis and summary? Please think about it. We are very familiar with summary writing. Are summary and Precis the synonyms of each other? Here I would like to request the learners to please pause the video and try to write the answer in your notebook. No, Precis and summary, they are not similar with each other. There are many differences. And let me tell you what are the differences between Precis writing and summary writing. Summary is the short account of longer pieces of work such as thesis or a novel. Whenever you are writing a summary, then you are free to change the order of the points and even you can change the proportion. Another important thing is that in a summary writing, you are free to interpret the material and even you can comment on that. But a Precis is completely different from summary. Precis is a brief statement of a piece of writing such as report, article, or a chapter from a book. Précis follows the order and proportion of the material in the original. And Précis states only the thought of the original text. So there are three differences between Précis and summary. That we can write a summary of the longer pieces such as thesis or novel, but Précis is a brief statement of a report, article or a chapter. In summary, we can change the order of the points, but in Précis, we have to stick to the original order and proportion. In summary, we have the freedom to comment and interpret the ideas, but in Précis, we cannot do that. We have to stick to the information and thoughts of the original writer. Now let us learn what are the features of good Précis. Clarity. It is the essential that the ideas presented in a Précis should be clear and comprehensible. And we can achieve clarity of the ideas by using simple language and structures. Instead of using the complex and compound structure, a writer should use simple sentences. The writer can ensure that there is no ambiguity, means do not use the words with multiple meanings. Objectivity is also very essential. Do not color the Précis with your own ideas or with your own perception. Try to be impartial. A writer should be able to write a Précis that is unbiased and that should be purely a summary of the original text. Correctness is also very important. The writer must ensure that not just the facts, but also the grammar and sentences are without flaws. So there is no place for mistakes in a Précis writing. Your Précis should be error-free, because these errors can obscure the meaning of the message. A good Précis should be coherent. Means the ideas must be presented in a way that shows the connection clearly. Logical organization should be there. Completeness. The writer should include all the important facts from the text in the Précis. Do not remove any important detail to make it short. Here, we are going to cut short of the words, not of the points or the information. Consciousness, it is the soul of a Précis writing. It is a desirable quality of a good Précis. A piece of writing is considered conscious if it conveys the message in the fewest possible words. Try to charge your communication with more meaning with few words. But the writer should not omit essential facts to achieve consciousness. Now let us learn what is a procedure of Précis writing. The first step is read the passage carefully. If you do not get the central idea, then please repeat the reading. Read the paragraph more than once if it is required. Reading is the first requirement of the writer to understand the text well enough to extract its central or main idea. Second step, decide what facts or ideas in the text are essential and what are of secondary or of no importance. It is a good idea to underline the important terms and ideas. Second reading is necessary to distinguish between important and unimportant details. Step number 3. Select a suitable title for the proposed Précis. This title should be attractive. It should be related to the central idea of the paragraph. Step number 4. Collect all the key points and prepare a first draft of the Précis, keeping in mind the need to reduce the original text to 1/3 its length. The main thoughts expressed in the passage, the ideas it contains, the opinions presented, and the conclusion arrived and should be a part of the rough draft. Step number 5. Read the draft. It may so happen that it is too long. Shorten it further, if necessary, by omitting anything which is not necessary to the central idea or by remodeling the sentences. Normally, you should succeed in producing a good Précis by the second draft. Step number 6. When you have made your second or the final draft, carefully revise your Précis to ensure that you have the bare minimum of words necessary to express the idea of the passage. The ideal length of a Précis is 1/3 of the original paragraph. Check to make sure that the Précis has been written in words that are your own and not those of author. Here are some important points to remember. A Précis must not exceed 1/3 of the length of the original paragraph. Identify the central idea and omit unnecessary details. Eliminate wordy expressions from the Précis. Avoid unnecessary repetitions. Every Précis should have a short and appropriate title. The main ideas of the original text should be presented in the same order in the Précis. Means you are not free to change the sequence of the ideas in the original paragraph. Do not introduce ideas of your own in the Précis. Do not criticize or change the author's ideas. Although you are not agree with the viewpoint of the author, but you do not have the freedom to criticize it or to change it. Always use the third person, reported speech and past tense while writing a Précis. Although the original paragraph is written in first person or second person, you have to change it into third person. Please use reported speech and the past tense. But you cannot change the tense of the universal truths. The main ideas of the original text should be presented in the same order in the Précis. These are the references which I have used to make this video. Thank you.